What is up, everyone? Welcome to 5 Things We've Learned from Game Week 4. My name is Ryan, and welcome to the Football Chatbox. If you are new, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get in to 5 Things We've Learned from Game Week 4. Let's get into the video. Alright, before we get into number 1, make sure to comment down below one thing you've learned from Game Week 4. Having said that, let's get into number 1. Can't defend, can't attack. There are a couple teams in this so far in the league that can't defend and can't attack. Bournemouth are probably the most standout option. They got hammered 9-0 against Liverpool, and not only are they bottom for the expected goals in the last 4 game weeks, they are also part of the bottom 4 for expected goals conceded. So they can't defend and can't attack, and I'm definitely suggesting as a team to target. Talking about other teams that can't defend and can't attack, Nottingham Forest. Shocking, right? But Nottingham Forest are currently bottom of expected goals conceded in the last 4 game weeks, followed by just third before. They're basically 18th for expected goals, non-penalty. So not really scoring, or at least they're probably creating chances, but can't find their shooting boots. And at the same time, they can't keep goals from going inside the net. They've only kept 1 clean sheet, but in terms of the expected goals conceded, they're right now bottom last. Another team that can't really defend, Leicester City. Again, in the bottom half of the table for expected goals conceded. Again, another team to target. Also, in the bottom 4 for expected goals non-penalty. So not really scoring as well. Shooting boots aren't really there. So these teams are some of the teams that I would look to target in the upcoming game weeks. If you're having players who are playing fixtures against those teams, I would probably start them. Or maybe look to try and bring in players who are going to be playing these teams in the next coming fixtures, because they could possibly get points, and we saw that against Liverpool. We saw that for Bournemouth against Liverpool. We saw Chelsea even with 10 men score 2 against Leicester. So these are teams that you would want to target in the next couple of game weeks. Let's move in to number 2. Midfield problems. Now, Chelsea midfield problems. It's a bit of an issue for Chelsea. We saw Gallagher get a red card. Obviously, Chelsea got the win, and a much needed win as well for them. But Gallagher's red card causes another issue for Chelsea, where they are at the moment having Kante and Kovacic out through injury. I think Kovacic is the main loss for Chelsea right now. So as long as Chelsea's midfield is weak, and the lack of Kovacic and the lack of Kante means that the defense also becomes an issue, because then the defense is under a lot more pressure, which means owning double Chelsea defense might not necessarily work out. So if you already have double Chelsea defense, maybe you could look to get rid of one, but maybe you could keep both. But I would definitely not be bringing in or doubling up on Chelsea defense, that's for sure. The best person I think to own right now from a Chelsea defensive point of view would be Reece James, because we've still seen, even though he plays at right center back, sometimes he gets forward, has the opportunity, he hit the post in the Leicester game, got an assist as well. So he has the attacking threat, and probably one of their best attackers, to be honest, right now. But defense is an issue because their midfield is an issue. As soon as Chelsea fix their midfield, I think their defense will improve and clean sheets will start coming back. Let's move in to number 3. Goodbye, my son. Now, I got rid of Heung-min Son before Game Week 4, bought in Luis Diaz, Gundogan, and Perisic for that money, right? I made 3 moves and it paid off definitely. If you still have Heung-min Son, I think you need to get rid. He's holding too much value in your team, and you can use that money to spread the funds, get players who are currently outperforming him. I know, like, I just think Son needs a goal, but the thing is, we can't afford to have a extremely high valued premium asset not delivering, especially someone at his price. So I would say get rid, find someone else. You can do a lot more with that money. So if you have him, time to go. Having said about time to go, let's move in to number 4. Patience running thin. Now, Mo Salah. Liverpool score 9 goals. Mo Salah misses an open goal, gets another chance also, misses that. Not a single return from 17. Was it 17 goal returns? Because it was one own goal. So, I mean, 9 goals and no goal for Mo Salah. You wouldn't have expected that. Now, he was a bit unlucky. The call to the reasons behind captaining him were correct in the Bournemouth game, and we kind of saw that from the scoreline. We even if they didn't score 9, we kind of expected Liverpool to score quite a lot of goals against Bournemouth, because Bournemouth are shit, like I mentioned in number 1. Can't defend, can't attack. But Salah couldn't find the goal, and now the question is, should we really keep him? I still think he is pretty good. He's a pretty good option to keep at least until game week 8, after when Liverpool go into a tough run of fixtures for about 4 to 5 game weeks. So until then, I think you can still keep him because the fixtures are good. But then after that, I think questions start to rise whether maybe it's better to like just drop him, because we can use that money to target a couple other fixtures, beef the squad up a bit more. So that's a question you probably need to consider, and depends on also when you're playing a wildcard, if you haven't played it yet, because you could potentially play a wildcard in game week 12, which means you could get rid of Salah in game week 8 and then wildcard him in back for game week 12 to 16. So that's also another playstyle, another possibility that you could probably do, which is something I'm also now interested in. But we'll see. We'll see how Salah does over the next couple of game weeks. But patience is definitely running thin, as like the longer he continues to not deliver according to his price tag, the more and more managers will kind of get frustrated and will start to look to get rid of him. By the way, before we get into number 5, if you come all the way up to this point, make sure to hit the like button, hit that subscribe button as well. And also make sure to comment down below what you've learned from Game Week 4. Let's get into number 5. Haaland worth the risk? Now, this is more of a question. Is Haaland worth the risk of X minutes? Now, we saw him get a hat-trick, right, in the last game, where City were losing 2-0, and he still plays the whole 90 minutes, almost closer to 90 minutes, gets a hat-trick. Some managers did captain him. His EO around my rank was about 90%, which is still pretty high. He's playing Nottingham Forest. Okay, we don't know if he's playing Nottingham Forest, but City are playing Nottingham Forest in game week 5. We still don't. I know Pep said that he won't play when there are 3 games every week, but every 3 games every week. But the question is, would Pep play Haaland for the game on the weekend when they have the Champions League game against Sevilla only 3 days after, or is he willing to play him now and then rest him for the weekend? That is something we still don't know. Let's say if Haaland doesn't play against Nottingham Forest, how many minutes is he going to get against Nottingham Forest? Is he worth the risk of not only starting but also maybe giving him the armband against Forest, just to see if he will get some minutes? Because if he starts, I think he's going to get goals against Nottingham Forest. But the question is, are you willing to take that risk? That's probably something you need to answer. I myself, I'm still thinking, I am tempted by the move, actually, because I'm thinking if he doesn't start, then he probably doesn't come on, which means then your vice captain could be the Salah, could get something. But Salah against Newcastle is not the easiest of games as well. The only thing is, Newcastle without Bruno Jimenez aren't the same as the Newcastle that probably played City a couple game weeks ago. So few things to consider. It's up to you to decide whether you want to captain him or not. But I still think he's worth owning, even though the minutes right now are a question. There's a question mark over minutes right now. I still think it's worth owning until we clearly know an idea of how many minutes he gets once midweek fixtures start kicking in. Anyways, that's the end of the video. That's for the 5 things. Let me know what you learned from Game Week 4 in the comments. If you are new, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button as well, and let me know if you enjoy this type of videos. We'll be doing another 5 things next Monday after game week 6. So there won't be one for game week 5, but there'll be one after game week 6. But if you do want one after game week 5, let me know in the comments. And then if there are a couple of people who want it, then I'll definitely do one for game week 5 as well. But the plan is otherwise after game week 6. Tomorrow there'll be a video for the Australian, actually not tomorrow, probably after game week 5 we'll do a video for the analyzing the Australian leagues, the elite and the elite qualifier. But yeah, that's it. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button as well, and thank you all for watching. My name's Ryan from the Football Chatbox, signing out. Peace out.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely